Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a look using the new Naked Ultimate Basics palette. So I went to California with Urban Decay and I worked with this palette before it was launched, so I've had it for a little while, but I thought it would be great to show you guys the palette and what I think. People are just going crazy. If you would like to see how I created this look, stay tuned. Let's get started. So I'm going to go in with Layin Low Paint Pot by MAC. It is the warmer colour of the paint pots. I really like it because I like a warm smoky eye. So it's just a really good base. A little bit is enough, not too much. You don't want it to be too creamy that everything's going to start moving around. That would be bad. Then I'm going to go in with the Naked Ultimate Basics palette, which is a full-time stunner. And I'm going to go in with a mix of the two lighter shades here with my Smith 232 brush just to mattify all over the lid. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Commando, which is here, mixed with the shade Faith here, just as my transition colour. These eyeshadows, obviously it's all matte, the whole palette is all matte. They are the same formula as the old matte shadows from Urban. I'm going to go in with my 224 brush from MAC, just with the shade Commando, just to kind of help blend that out. Yeah, these are the old formula, which is great because the matte shades in the old palettes are fab, but I think these are better. I'm so convinced. These are honestly, I'm obsessed with this palette. I could use it every day. Every day. I'm going to go in with the shade Extra Bitter. Oh, bye brush. Which is obviously my favourite shade in the whole palette. It is the most beautiful warm rust colour. And I'm going in with my Smith 247 brush. Just in the crease. And I'm looking down to my mirror so I can see exactly where my crease is sitting, and I'm just kind of placing that colour right in the crease. And then I'm going to go back in with my MAC 224 and the shade Commando again, just to help blend those edges. I'm really light-handed with this brush because I'm just tickling the sides. Tickling the sides of that shadow. Now I'm going to go in with the shade here. I can't read it because it's back to front. We're going to go in with this shade, with a little bit of this shade, and then we're going to darken it up with this really dark purple here. And I'm just going to go underneath my eye. I'm going to go in with the shade Instinct, which is the kind of more purpley transition shade. Excuse this, I've got a spot and nothing will stick to it. Now I'm going to go in with my Zoeva 224 brush and the shade Lethal, which is the darkest purple colour. And I'm just going to sketch that under my eye, right under the lash line to get depth, get it super smoky. I'm just using the brush right on its side, so the tip of the brush is just sketching along my lash line, and then the rest of the brush is just kind of helping that blend downwards. I'm going to go in with my 224 and a little bit of the shade Extra Bitter, which is that really beautiful rust colour. And I'm just going to intensify the colour on my lid. You can see how good the pigment is. I'm so excited about it. I'm going to go in with my Zoeva 224 again, and just with whatever's left over on the brush from using a dark colour, I'm just going to intensify the crease right at the crease and no more. Just a little bit right in there. Nice! Now I'm going to swap my palette over to the Moondust by Urban Decay, and we are going to go in with this shade here. It is called Lithium. If you haven't swatched these yet, I really recommend you try them. They're so different to the other Moondust shadows. The pigment is insane. And I'm just going to go in with my middle finger and I'm just going to pack that onto my lid. I mean, come on. Now I'm going to go back in with the Zoeva 224 and I'm just going to intensify the crease one last time and get rid of any of the fallout, any of the dust that was kicked up by that Moondust eyeshadow. And I'm just going to use my powder brush to wipe away the excess. Obviously I did my foundation first today, yeah, because I'm crazy. If you do your foundation first, as long as you powder underneath your eye, then it'll be fine. It shouldn't stick to anything. I'm using a cream highlight today, so I'm just going to touch that up and we're good to disco. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade here, just as an inner corner highlight, a matte inner corner highlight. I think Jack's home. Now I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D liner as always, and we're going to do a kind of thinner line so it's not as thick as my usual. So I'm going to start sketching on the lash line. For my mascara, I'm going to use the Fatale Volume Layin Lashes from L'Oreal. I think this mascara might be my new favourite. It is super sticky, so it sticks to the lashes straight away, and it's really good for bottom lashes, which I'm a fan of. The only thing I don't like about it is that it is difficult to get off, which isn't a problem, but if you're lazy like me, then it can be. The lashes I'm going to use are these mink lashes from Séduire Lashes. I can't remember what style they are, but I'll link the website below so you can have a little look. I've wore these a few times, so they're well broken in. I'm going to use my dual glue, the paint on version, excuse the mess. I don't think I'll ever be able to keep lash glues tidy. And I'm just going to let them set to dry. Okay, I'm going to go in one last time with a little bit of the Lethal shade mixed with Extra Bitter. Just right in my crease. I'm just convinced it's not as dark. And then I'm going to blend that out with just the Extra Bitter shade by itself. And then to highlight my brow, I'm just going to go in with the Tarte highlighter in Exposed with a little Smith brush. This is the 256 brush. I'm just going to go right on my brow bone. I've used this highlighter in a few videos, I think. I love it. It's not as highlighty as I usually am, but see, for a more subtle highlight on my like brow bone and down the centre of my nose and stuff, I think it's great. And then I'm just going to apply my lash looking down into a mirror. I have a bit of concealer on my nose. And that's a finished look. I think I like this look so much because the palette's obviously dynamite. I really like it. I think that there's a good mix of shades here. See these warm colours, and there's enough shades to kind of deepen up the crease and things. The only thing that I maybe would say is that there isn't as many darker browns, which is what I would usually reach for. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. It has made me kind of venture more into the greys and the kind of purples and things. But as for texture and pigment and payoff, I'm a huge fan. I hope you like this tutorial, and I'll see you next time. Bye!